Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here, Job Interview Tools. Tell you, a question that I get all the time, probably not a day goes by where someone doesn't write in and say, Don, when do you shake hands in a job interview? And I say, well, that's easy. When you walk in the front door and you're greeted by the receptionist, obviously you don't shake that person's hand, but when the hiring manager comes out to greet you, you shake their hand. When they take you back into the conference room where you're going to be meeting with the other people that you're going to be interviewing with, you reach out and you shake their hands. Now, here's where the problem comes in. What happens when the hiring manager walks you back to the conference room where you're introduced to maybe 6, 10, or even 12 people, and they're all sitting down at the table? What are you supposed to do? Do you walk around and do you shake hands with every single person? Absolutely not. My limit is probably 3 or 4 people. If there's any more than that, I won't shake hands with everybody, unless the situation presents itself. But let's just say, for the sake of this video, that everybody is sitting down in a room, and there's 6 people, 6 to 12 people. It's just too awkward to run around and shake hands with every single person. What I like to do is I like to do the group shake hands, and I kind of just say, hello, I'm Don, it's nice to meet all of you. Simple as that. That just covers an immediate 12 handshakes in one fell swoop. But if it's just a couple of people, 1 or 2, obviously just reach out and shake hands. If you can't, I've seen some conference tables that are just too big to kind of reach over and shake hands, just give a little wave. It's the same thing. It's the introduction that's the most important thing. And that's where you just say, hi, my name's Don. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. It's good to meet you. And you can say that with or without shaking hands with someone. All right? Makes sense? So when the hiring manager comes out to greet you, shake their hand. When they walk you back into the conference room and there's 1 or 2 people in there, shake hands with them if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Just give them a wave. If there's 10, 12, or 6 people, whatever in the room, obviously it's too many, then you can just kind of look at everybody, kind of pan around the room and just say, hi, I'm Don from Cleveland, Ohio. It's great to meet all of you, and it's great to be here. Simple as that. It's the introduction that matters. It's not the physical going around and grabbing hands. Now, on the note of a handshake, when you do shake their hands, reach out, give them a firm handshake. Women too. Give a firm handshake. Nobody likes that soft, squishy feeling that they get when they squeeze someone's hand. It just kind of collapses. They call that like the dead fish. Now, if you're like me, my hands always get sweaty when I'm going in there and I'm meeting people that I've never met before. My hand gets all sweaty. And I don't want to shake somebody's hand when it's all sweaty. So what I do is, the first thing, when I get to a job interview, I go into the men's room and I wash my hands with soap and water, and I try to get off any sweat that I can and put some cold water on my hand to cool it off. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll carry a handkerchief in my pocket. And I normally carry it in my left, but I'll put it in my right pocket because that's the hand that I use to shake people's hands with. And I'll just keep my hand in my pocket, brushed up against a cotton handkerchief. And this will draw the moisture out of my hand. So I can just pull my hand out of my pocket and shake someone's hand with a dry hand. And they don't get that wet, clammy feeling that I would normally have all over my hand, and probably you too if you're anything like me. Our nerves just kind of get the best of us, and our hands sweat. It's just called being human. So I recommend shaking hands with everybody, men, women, doesn't matter. Now I'm not sure, maybe in some countries that handshaking is not proper business conduct. So I don't know about those countries, but I do know that any English-speaking countries or anywhere in Europe, handshaking is totally fine all the time. I always recommend it. It's just a way to build that extra bond, build that rapport with your interviewer. And I always try to look that person right in the eye when I shake their hands. And because I want my nonverbal expressions to connect with them as well. I want them to see my eyes, I smile, and it just adds so many more layers to the handshake, and it just builds up so much more rapport throughout the whole interview process. All right? So go out there, shake hands with your interviewer, be proud, smile. Make sure you smile. Make sure you smile when you're shaking hands. It just says so much more than, hi, I'm Don. That's boring. Go out there and say, hi, I'm Don Georgievich. It's great to meet you. Or, whatever your name is. Don't say Don Georgievich. All right, that's all I got for you today. Good luck on your next interview. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Oh, hey, wait, while you're still here. Before you go on your next interview, make sure you grab a copy of the Complete Interview Answer Guide. This book is going to show you how to answer all the questions that they're going to ask you after you do all that handshaking. Because the first thing they're going to do is when you sit down, after you've done some introductions, they're going to say, hey, can you tell me about yourself? And, why do you want to work here? Or what interests you about this job? All those questions I answer in this book. And I have this book available in ebook format, audio, video, and you can actually get this physical hard book. I will ship it out to you. But this book is going to get you well prepared for all aspects of the job interview. It's going to get you ready for panel interviews. It's going to get you ready for behavioral interviews. It even has a section in here on phone interviews. So before you even meet with them in the conference room, you're most likely going to have a phone interview or something over Skype. And this guide is going to teach you how to do the phone interview the right way so that they want to meet you in person, because that's the whole point of the phone interview. It's a screening interview where they want to evaluate you on the phone, make sure that you're the right kind of person that is ideal for their environment, and then they'll bring you in person. So, it's going to teach you about phone interviews, it's going to teach you about behavioral interviews, it's going to teach you how to answer, tell me about yourself, why do you want to work here, what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths? It's going to cover all of those types of questions, and it's going to give you just simple answers that you can use that they're going to make you look good in the interview. That's what it's for. It's to make you look good and sound good, because some people, when they get in the interview, they don't know what to say, or they say too much and they just start talking and blah, 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 talking like crazy. And interviewers don't want to hear you talk for 5 minutes. Seriously, they don't want to hear you talk for 5 minutes. Maybe 30 to 60 seconds is all it should take you to answer one of their questions. And the answers in this guide are very short and succinct, and they're going to teach you the right framework to use, because you don't want to use my answers. I mean, these answers aren't going to match your background, but they are going to give you the right framework to use. So you can align your experience with the framework that these answers use, put it all together, and then you get a unique answer that belongs to you, and it's something that you're never going to forget because it's something that you came up with all yourself. So, before your next interview, make sure that you grab a copy of the Complete Interview Answer Guide. You get that from Job Interview Tools. I'll put a link for it down below. And then get ready to shake hands, because people are going to want to shake your hands, they're going to want to meet you, and they're going to want to hire you. So, again, that's all I got for you today. Sorry about that. Good luck on your next interview, and see you in the next video. Bye now. If you found this video helpful, then give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel so you get notifications every time I release a new video. And by subscribing, you support me, my message, and this channel, so I'd really appreciate it. Make sure you hit subscribe.